Good afternoon and welcome back everyone. I'm sure you have seen my old video, the video before this, where I talked about what is BIM. I tried to explain BIM to you in a normal layman's terms. If you have not watched that video, I would recommend you pause this video, go back to that video, watch it, and also go through all the links that I have mentioned in caption under the video. I have given more links about various articles and blogs on what is BIM. So I would recommend that first you read that, then you start watching this video. Now, if you have come back reading what is BIM, let's start. So you have understood what is BIM. Many people in the world have explained it to you, and I tried to give you links only which talks about BIM and not some particular software or particular vendor, because that is not BIM. The moment you start talking about a software, it is short way to prove that you are not talking about BIM. If somebody tells you that X is BIM and BIM is X, that is wrong. It is the world's worst notion or narrative. BIM has nothing to do with X, Y, Z, A, B, C. BIM is combination of all and more and nothing beyond this and after beyond this. So good that you have read the material, you have understood, and with that let me start telling you what are the benefits of BIM. I'll tell you my story. What was my benefit of BIM? Why I shifted from dumb CAD plus fragmented 3D way. We all used to do it, no? Dumb CAD, flatland, and then we used to have a different thing, different work environment to generate 3D and visualize building. That was pretty fragmented way. When I was in college in the year 2002, I had this frustration boiling up inside me that as an architect, as architecture student, I get 5 to 7 minutes to discuss my design with my design faculty, who was very senior, coming from a very resourceful background. So I used to get 5 minutes, 7 minutes to discuss my design. And against that, I used to go back and sit on my system and start updating my drawings, do design changes for 5 hours. So this 5 minutes versus 5 hours never went well with my mind. I always used to feel that it is waste of time. I don't mind working 5 hours even today, but then something is wrong. No, you get input for 5 minutes and you work for 5 hours. That means you're using wrong technology. So that's when I started doing research on softwares which saves my time. I'm not saying that on BIM if you work, your 5-minute comment will translate into 5 minutes of work only, but it will not be 5 hours. No, it will be some hours lesser. So that was my first anchor point on thinking in that direction. So the first benefit of switching to BIM, it saves time, a lot of time. Simple example, imagine you are doing a residence of 3,000 square feet, a single family residence. There are 3 bedrooms, 1 living room, 1 family room, 1 media room, dining, kitchen. All in all, you have G+2 structure, which is dedicated family house, and to resolve the plan of it and initial sketches and all is your time. It's your creative time. Now let's come to drawings, the drawing part of it. You will need at least 4 hours to create first set of plans. From that you will need another 4 hours to create 4 sections. From that you will need another 2 hours to create 4 elevations. So 4 plus 4 plus 2, that is 10 hours. And then whatever time your 3D making guy will take is probably 10 hours or 20 hours. So let's consider 10 hours. So it is 10 plus 10, 20 hours. Imagine doing same thing with any BIM software. What will happen is you will be doing your plan with your real life building elements. You will have walls, columns, beams, slabs, doors, windows with their properties. So once you resolve your plan at plan level and you draw a line, and your sections are generated, not automatic, it's not AI or anything. So that is another myth of BIM. We'll talk about it in my next video. The myth is if you use BIM, everything is easy, you don't use your brain. No, it's not that. You still use your brain. The section will be generated from the model which you did in plan So you used, imagine I said you use walls, columns, slabs, doors, windows, and all the properties and all the settings you do for all those tools will generate your drawings. So that is benefit of time. You just have to work in any one view, and all other like plans, if you work in plan, section, elevation, 3D, quantity, everything will update. So saving of time. Another BIM benefit is money, obviously, because when you have a software which is not fragmented, that means with same number of team members, you can either do more projects or you can do more design and control your on-site clashes or issues which you might face. So your coordination, collaboration becomes seamless because you're not in a fragmented way. One person or two people working on that, again, same family living kind of a project, two people are working on that, they know the entire project because all the drawings, 3Ds, documents, quantities, they have it on their fingertips. So that is control over the project in terms of costs. You don't have to hire 4 people to do your plan, sections, elevations, 3D differently, and then your quantity survey. One person can do 5 tasks because everything is integrated in BIM. So the another benefit is cost saving. Third benefit of BIM is collaboration. Now, since you are shifted to BIM, you are not sending your plain 2D drawings to your consultants. Let them be on 2D or 3D or BIM or no BIM, whatever. You don't have to forcefully send them only 2D. You can send them 3D views. You can send them 3D navigated files which they can visualize and use for, better understanding of the project. You can send them various views. You can send them documentation like 3D documentation with dimension. So all these benefits are there. So the other benefit is better collaboration. There are lesser chances of error, lesser chances of clash on site. Your project is, all your stakeholders are on one common ground. You can show them your building in 3D, you can navigate them, you can show them drawings, you can cut section at various places because you are creating virtual building. So your virtual building allows you to have set of sections, set of drawings, plans at various levels, and understanding of your project becomes easier for your consultant. So this is another benefit. Remember, we talked about 3 benefits: time, cost, communication, collaboration. Fourth benefit is at the stage of maintenance and management. If you are using BIM and if your documentation is perfect, all your elements will have related information attached to it which is useful while maintaining and operating the building. Examples: your AHU unit. You will define that AHU unit is from so and so company. This is the manufacturing code. This is the date of purchase. This is the warranty period. All that is attached to that model of AHU unit which you have placed in your 3D model of your building, which can be navigated at the time of maintenance. So this is fourth benefit. Apart from these 4 benefits, the biggest and the most important benefit of going BIM for you, your office, forget everything. Nobody knows you are doing BIM. You don't have to tell anyone you are doing BIM. For your office, the biggest benefit is your project is in your control, your total control. You can take design decision. You don't have to worry about plan को update कर लिया, section who will do, elevation who will do, 3D वाला क्या समझेगा, नहीं समझेगा, texture ये वो. It happens inside one software. Plan, elevation, section, 3D and quantity. So you have better control as a designer on your project. You can be an architect, a structural consultant, MEP consultant. You have better control. You also have a control that if your budget is going, beyond certain limit, what to change, how to change. So having internal control on the project is another added layer of benefit. And the last and most important for any design practice is the time spent on design versus documentation. There is an international research which says that fragmented way of working in any design firm, the time on a project can be divided in 2 parts. 70% on documentation, yes, 70, and 30% only on design, only 30%. Whereas the same research says that if BIM workflows are adopted in a right way, with right guidance, with right BIM execution plan, if you switch to BIM in a proper professional way, and again, it's not about using just the software. You need to think of how to implement, how to use the software, what are the ways of your, defining workflows in your office. When you do this entire process, which can be of 3-4 months, it's easy to just pay and purchase a software. It's not easy to have a proper implementation and workflow plan. That is more important. Let's say this takes 3-4 months, but after those 3-4 months, what will be the biggest changes? You'll be spending more than 65% of your time on design and design resolution, because BIM automates your documentation. So these are the BIM benefits. I'm going to share more reading material for you. Stay tuned. Next video is coming soon. And those who have not yet subscribed the channel, do it, because otherwise you will not get notification. And those who think that probably this is not useful for you, but useful for some of your friends, do share with them. And those who think that this is useful, like this video. Thank you so much from BIM Man. Stay tuned.